Ain't no mind. I paid good money for this nigga. Courthouse got papers to prove it.
Hi Frederick, how are you? I'm glad you could make it here.
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Fine, thank you. I'm glad that you can share your story with us.
I'm happy to do so.
Let's start with some questions. So, what was the hardest part of slavery?
One of the hardest things about slavery is the way that you're snatched from your families. As an infant, I was separated from my mother and I never saw her again. After living some years with my maternal grandmother, I was snatched from her as well. Of course, there is also the physical torment, the constant brutal treatments and the whippings. Yet, I was one of the lucky ones. My sister-in-law, Sophie, taught me the alphabet. And of course, I started to secretly share my knowledge with other slaves in the plantation.
Slavery.
Oh, I remember the thrill of it all as if it was yesterday. After several failed attempts to escape, I finally left Covey's farm in 1838. I first boarded a train to Havre de Grace, Maryland. From there, I traveled to Delaware, another slave state, before arriving in New York in the safe house of David Ruggles. Once I settled in New York, I sent for Anna Murray, a free black woman from Baltimore I met while in captivity with the Adults. She joined me, and both of us were married in September 1838. Together, we had a beautiful family of 5 children.
So you have been quoted for loving the Eastern Shore. How is that possible?
If I had maintained any bitterness from my days of captivity that was cast aside during my return of 1881 to the Lord residence and to that of Admiral Buchanan, the rest, I was touched that Mrs. Buchanan remembered me from her days as a little girl at the White House. I regard myself as an Eastern Shore man, proud of it, and hopeful that as we evolve, its blessings will be within reach of all Americans, according to their morality and their industriality.
How would you like to be remembered? Do you have a political legacy?
I would like to be remembered as an American who did his best. As far as a political legacy is concerned, I am less sure. Clearly, the freedom and the expansion of rights for those lately in slavery has been my life's work. But my interests have been far broader than that. I see no sense in preventing discrimination against women, for example. That is why I attended the first Women's Rights Convention. Actually, I was the only one of my race to attend.
Doesn't this run counter to your main interest in expanding the rights of Black Americans?
Not at all. I spoke in favor of those who were or had been slaves and for female suffrage. I would add the point that as right expands, our democracy matures and gains the benefit of greater participation and more defenders. Beware those, on the contrary, who would divide us. They seek to create enemies and to turn our people against each other.
So how was your journey in becoming an abolishment leader?
After marrying my wife and having our kids, we moved to New Bedford, Massachusetts, where we met Nathan and Mary Johnson, a married couple who were born free persons of colors. I was shocked to see how they physically looked the same as us, yet they were born as free people from slavery and had a total different experience. It was the Johnsons who inspired us to attend meetings of the abolitionist movement.